Hi everyone, I hope that you are doing well. Welcome in. Welcome back if you are returning back. We're going to look at the next 24 hours and see what's going on with you all. We're going to start with Earth and then we'll move on to, this will be one long video. Eventually I'll be able to run through the video and you'll just have to check down to see if I've gotten to it or not. I will do timestamps down in the description box, and so you may be watching it while I have not put them down there yet, but eventually they will be down in the description box. And so if you are new, my channel is real intense and the Most High God will speak here. You don't have to question if he's speaking. He's going to speak. And if you missed this morning's reading, he most certainly, my God, was speaking. And so whether you give a rip about God or not, he's real and he will speak on this platform. And he needs to be revered and stuff like that. So I always just like to say, I have freedom of speech and I have rights. And no one gets to take my rights away or your rights away. If you want to be a cuckoo, you go ahead and be a cuckoo in your rights, but that has consequences to it. I want to be upright in the earth, and I do a specific work here, and somebody's been trying to shut it down, and I want to just tell the person that you are defeated. And you don't get to take my rights away on who I am in the earth realm. And so if you're brand new, there's reasons why I say that, and I'm not getting into it on this video. Please go back on the live section of this channel and just check out all kinds of stuff, because I talk about my situation, which is also some of your situation as well. And I'll be a mouthpiece for some of you all to speak. Okay, so anyway, if you are new, I feel energy and I'm going to be speaking right out of that spot. So it'd be like if somebody's sitting here, I'm talking to that person, like in that energy. It just comes through me that way, so please just keep that in mind. I will give a what for and a shut up, sit down type of rebuking type of energy. Sometimes will come through, depending on what the energy is out here. I'm not afraid to get up in nonsense, in the face of nonsense, because some people are really operating in this crap, like what God was saying this morning. It was so profound. That reading was so profound. But anyway, it's called They're Pissed. And so it can be found in the community section or the live section of this platform. All right. When I do these, and I have not been able to do these element sign readings for a while, I always use several decks. Okay, so I've already got them actually messed with before I turned on the platform, so I just want to cut them. So let's go ahead and just get in here and ask at the hand of the Most High God what he wants to say. There might be a bunch of people around you all. So there was a judge that came out in wording today on that video called They're Pissed. And there is a judge here in picture and an official person card. So I will pull these up into the screen and let you see them. Most High, I just invite your presence here. I just thank you for the truth. The whole truth, nothing but the truth. Whether people like it or not, we ask for the truth. There is an authority figure around you, or you are that person. Okay? And there's a bunch of people that's involved in some stuff, or something's very public going to happen in the next 24 hours, or it already has, and there's a legal case going on out here around something with you all, then that's so far this is what's showing out here. Something very hot going on, cooking up, or you could be dealing with the cook as well. The stove is out here. Also the tools. You could be dealing with the mechanic. Maybe somebody works on I don't know, things like stoves, and I don't know, somebody could just be regular mechanic for cars as well. Let's see. All right, so you do have a group, and snails are very slow earth signs, and so earth energy itself by right is slow, but there's third parties out here around you all, because this card's here. And this has to do with groups of people when it comes out. And so if there's something going on, like a jury trial or something like that, then something like that could be around you all as well. But you have adjudication, and you have the official person out here for the next 24 hours. And again, something's public. And then this card came out, which is an earth sign card. So your energy is here. This is about getting grounded. This is sacrificial, whatever this is, because something's legal going on around you all. This is about getting grounded and using your mind. This is also a lord a teacher, a boss, a parent card. Anybody in authority is here. Official person is here around you all. Or again, that's you. Something like that is out here. And then this card, sorry about these cards, they're just old. Twofold. Either you got somebody can help you in something and they're doing it in an upright way, or this is a card of taking advantage of you. Okay, so you need to use your wisdom, somebody does, or you're trying to do that to somebody, whether you upright or not, I don't know. But the tools came out, so something that's been either worked on, like a range, or I don't know what this is for you, or there is just a mechanic, or energetically just fixing something's just heated, going on for a long time. Slow moving conventional energy is here, given that the snails are also here. Okay, let me just say something as well, because I know that my platform has more than just 2 people on it. I know that because I got things that have been recorded and stuff like that on my platform. And I will stop at any given time if you are new and give a rebuke on people who have been using tools on my electronics because they want to get away with something illegal that's going on out here. And the person's a kook in what they are. Okay? And the purple ice cream cone also came out. And so I forgot to show that. But I just want to address that. Let the host of heaven come against you. You fixing to go to jail where I'm concerned. You fixing to go to jail where I'm concerned. So the purple ice cream cone, somebody's icon on the computer or technology could be an ice cream cone, but ice. There's police out here. There's something legal going on around you all. Something frozen. If there's a death matter, this goes to the 8th house, and there's something like that out here. The color purple is involved in something, so something royal, or somebody could play for the Royals as well. I don't know. What is this here for? So something's ending. If there is something hot or a fire, I had the arsonist come out yesterday. This can represent an all-consuming fire that is here as well. So whatever that's all about, somebody's got a fraudulent thing in court where there's been a fire situation. Somebody took some tools. They did something. Maybe it's just showing a fire was in the kitchen area. I don't know. There's a chef underneath that as well. So anyway, something about the kitchen area or something like that, or a cook is involved in something. Obviously somebody's taking advantage of somebody, and somebody's taking advantage of somebody out here. Somebody needs somebody to get up in here that can help, but there's third party attached to something going on. Okay. Again, something with the kitchen area, that's food. Something edible is attached to something, or somebody ate something energetically, and I don't know, you can interpret it. But the world card, something's ending here in a really big way. You also have travel. This can also represent a public recognition. So there's something about people here around you in the next 24 hours, and something legal is going on, or you're an innocent bystander. There was an eyewitness that came out in that first reading today as well. Both these cards go to travel. The Z and the SH is here in this reading. Some type of travel, something getting cut is also around you all as well. Show me more information. Judgment coming. 4 of Pentacles. This is like holding back, not opening. There's grudges out here. Why? Because in the I'm pissed reading, somebody was a swindler. Somebody was a swindler, and there's the 10 of Pentacles is here, and there's 2 rats here, and there were 2 queens that came out in that reading as well. Let me just say, I have several decks that I brought into the hotel room this morning, and when I got to check in, or whatever time it was, and I asked the Most High before I started this video, do you want what I picked up? Was picking up cards and asking him, which cards do you want me to use? And he told me to use this deck for these readings. There are 2 people thieving a bunch of money out here. They're swindler. They're greedy for things that are not theirs. And there's fraudulent things out here in this reading. There's large sums of it with the 10 of Pentacles. That's also a commitment. And for somebody's case, somebody's got more than one spouse, or they're still messing around with their ex, or exes came out in that reading as well. So this is all here because of this. Show me that official person, because it's out here twice. Why is this here? It's pierced through. Now this shows us what the Most High says about greed. Somebody went astray the wrong way. They're pierced through in their heart through many sorrows, and is what the scripture says. And they went astray by greed. It's so somebody don't give a rip about nothing. I guess so. For some of you all, some of you do care about some stuff, and it's just freaking heartbreaking. If this official person is upright, they'll get up and do something that is correct, regardless if something's heartbreaking or not. They will not break the law. They'll stay in the truth, regardless if their heart's broke or not, because they will be an upright person. If they're not upright, then we got a maladministration out here. But that official person has this on them, is what's come out. there's the Empress, Emperor and the Empress, and the Empress came out yesterday in the reverse, and the Emperor came out today, but it was underneath the Queen of Swords in the reverse, which is some type of crazy cuckoo energy that was there around some nonsense. Show me more information here. There's hidden people around a situation, support groups, and somebody's willing to support some kook or some liar because they were promised a piece of the pie on the fraudulent deal. Then everybody should get shaken down, as far as I'm concerned, with some crap. But you do have a bunch of money out here around some nonsense out here. Show me more information. Show me something been going on for just a long time, I think, out here with the snails and the stove with a bunch of people. Show me those snails. The Strength card. It came out crossing. If it's in the reverse, it has a meaning of a maladministration, which would be showing up out here. This is about having to have some strength, or there's 3 kids or teenagers, or the door came out today. The Emperor can represent a door, and this in the pictograph language also has a meaning of a door. So something about slowly passing from one space to the next in something that's taken place with the matter. Life and death, births and deaths go back to the pictograph language of this card. A protection wall or a separation of something is here around these 3 snails. These 3 people are the groups that are out here involved in something around you all in the next 24 hours. Show me this ice cream cone. This ice cream cone. So the 8 of Swords in the reverse. For some of you all, if somebody's going to make a decision to get out ahead and get up and do something, the Emperor would represent, or you or the Emperor, whoever's showing up in that energy, to get up and take a risk. And something will pay off because there is a victory. If you're doing something in the truth, this is going to be rewarding for some type of a judgment around you all. The 8 of Swords can represent treachery as well, and obviously there's something legal going on. If somebody obviously needs to get out of their head and do something, if somebody's going to go to jail, or it could show both ways. Either you're going to go to jail and never get out, or somebody will go to jail and eventually there's a time frame and you will be able to get out that ways. But whatever, there's something legal just in itself out here. If somebody's never going to get out, then there's something to do with a death. The number 8 goes back to that, and I'm looking at the ice cream cone, and that's frozen stuff, which take you to the house of death. This is a casket, and 2 people then are in here like these little mice, gnawing away on some inheritance, life insurance, or something like that. If somebody died in a fire or something like that, then somebody could have gotten burned, or there's something to do with, what is that word? Cremation energy is also coming through. Why is the Chariot here for the next 24 hours? Going somewhere, or holding back on going somewhere is also here. Knowing, so this would be an eyewitness. Normally the eyeball's over the tower, and this is about knowledge in the 11th house. Seeing something, knowing something, a paradigm shift on something. This is knowing about travel then, and perceiving about it. I think that's a prominent time to something. Hold on just a second. I want to look at, I can't remember what this, if this is a word. The word being bold and strong is here. and being fierce. The word greedy goes to this. Okay, well this card alone is greed. Somebody knows that somebody's greedy here. And it's somebody, so the Nine of Pentacles is also at the bottom of the deck. I just happened to see this. The Nine of Pentacles can represent, I segregate you, use you for your money. Somebody's being used out here. That ain't cool. Somebody greedy out here. Or you are, whoever the filth bag is, doing some nonsense out here. Hold on a second. Let's see something here. The word tremble and sweat and being removed is out here. Somebody could be also being held in a jail cell, but being removed for a long-term prison place. Something like that could also be out here as well. But somebody knows something about a vehicle or something like that. And that does want to catch my hand. A single person. Something about thievery is out here. There's greed out here on somebody. So this is the energy around you all. Let's take some words. That greed and that thievery will kill you. God tells you. I'm not telling you. I'm telling you what a karmic, spiritual, legal law that will happen. The same as gravity. When you jump off a cliff, you go down with gravity. This is actually something that will kill you. Legally, spiritually, karmic activity, greed and covetousness on somebody else's stuff, and thieving. God says curses come to you and you die early. If you go ahead and segregate somebody and use them for your money, see you later. They'll if they're upright, they will outlive you and you'll freaking go 6 feet under the ground. The Most High says you need to talk to your kids because it's important. Okay, well, these are 3 kids. That strength card came out on that card, which can be children, kids, teenagers, whatever, little kids, whatever. They know things. Kids know things. Show me Earth. Most High says he's going to get the last say. I don't know who somebody thinks that they are in some energy. So here's what I was trying to talk to you about earlier. When I feel energy, I'm fixing to give a what for. Somebody in this realm don't get a right to say what is or is not going to happen out of their greed. The Most High is going to get the last say of something. So if somebody thinks that they're just going to sit here and hold something, God will pry your freaking arms out of you because you're greedy and you're a thief. Whoever you and your little swindling partner is out here, or your little teenage friend, or whatever this is, and God's going to say, shut up and sit down now, because he's going to get the last say of something. It's dumb. A bus. Okay, well, somebody knows about a bus, or a teacher. There's a teacher card. That's a teacher card around you, or you're a teacher. Students then are out here. Okay, so this vehicle, somebody has an eyewitness on something's taking place on a bus, or you're a bus driver. There could be a local bus. I don't know, but it's out here. And also the mob came out, and a government intelligence was underneath that. So either somebody's trying to, obviously somebody's investigated. Maybe the intelligence person, somebody's trying to kill that person. Maybe that person's a dirty person because the maladministration for other people. I mean, somebody's got to be upright to do something upright up in here, hopefully. There's the dirt road. So if a bus did go down a dirt road and there was an eyewitness to something, or is going to be an eyewitness to something, I think school's out now, so this would be past energy, I guess. Somebody will get charged for something. It's showing somebody can go to jail. It'll be long term, and somebody ain't going to get out. So the mob is out here. Somebody's trying to get away with killing somebody. So that's showing me they're never getting out of jail on something. Show me Earth. What's the last few messages for Earth? Tools. You couldn't make it up if you wanted to, because you don't have to, folks. You don't have to. When Jehovah Elohim speaks, he's going to speak. Somebody's bus broke down and something's taking place. It probably was a setup if the mob is in control of something out here. Somebody lied, did some stuff, or made up some stupid story about where they went. I don't know. Scenarios can go all day long, but the word tools is here, and the picture of the word tools, or the picture of tools, is here. Let Jehovah speak on, because he's saying something to somebody can go to jail for some crap. Blood guilty found my hands. There's there's murder. You're guilty. Somebody false witnessed in the court of law. There's perjury out here. Or are you thinking about going to court in the next 24 hours? There's perjury. Somebody's lying out here. Bunch of money around some crap. You're going to be charged. You're going to go to jail. You have no right to take a person's life from you. The Most High says he's going to get the last say. You're a murderer. Or somebody already did it. And you're going to pay the crime for it. People nuts. So somebody don't care. And here's this is the third rune that's come out of the bag that has the X there. In that I'm pissed reading that was more profound than these cards coming out like this. There were X's everywhere. Somebody dealing with their X, I guess. This is a rune that's the letter N, but it looks like an X. This is somebody, they don't give her about nothing. They don't. They're greedy for gain. They're the root of evil. They're a murderer. Somebody is. This is also putting people out and people having to search for their necessities. They're a thief out here. They don't care. Anyway, it's a rebellion rune. And then it also came out with the letter A, but it looks like an F. I don't know if you really can see it. This is about counsel. Again, you've got counsel out here. You got an official person involved in some crap going on. This is also a rune of I'm hunting, I'm chasing after you, and I'm looting on you because somebody's a thief out here. Around your energy, or you're involved with the little thief. Or your friend out here, the fox, has hidden intentions. There's obviously treachery going on out here. Somebody's blood guilty. So the A, the F, the N, and the X, the D came out, and the Z and the SH came out in your reading. We're going to move on to fire. Just give me a second to get these cards situated here. What a freaking shame. People are nuts, folks. That's a lunatic. So there's perjury out here. Most High God, I just ask that you just, if somebody does have a general court situation tomorrow, and they think they're going to get up on the stand and they're going to get up and lie about something, open their mouth and let them make the truth come out some way, shape, or form, and let them sit there in awe of what has been spoken and catch them up in their own freaking idiotic nonsense. It's disgusting. Show me fire. What do you want to say to fire energy? So you have a mature man, or you are the mature man, or there's a mature man involved in something around you all in the next 24 hours. And a main male. So a main male who's a mature man, or there could be two people that's also involved in something as well. Show me fire energy. A sickle jumps out. This is a concern, a caution, a judgment card, a cut of something. Could be surgery, okay? I mean, we just looked at the mob in the earth reading, and so some of you all, if you have rivalry and somebody's trying to get, God also, so what I'm trying to say is God will tell the end from the beginning of something. Some of you all are starting something in some karmic activity. For those of you who've got rivalry somewhere. Some of you all are in the middle of something that's going on, and some of you all have got something that's wrapping up. So I don't know what time frame, but it's dangerous out here. And secretive and deceptive and emotional and fearful for some of you all. If you walk by fear, if you got God inside of you, there is no fear. This also in the Hebrew language has a meaning of what that rune that just came out in the earth reading means. I'm laying down, I'm hunting, I'm chasing you, and somebody crazy out here. Some of y'all either hit somebody off, or you've been hit off by the mob, or somebody's already done something with the mob, and they got up and lied in the court of law in perjury, with perjury. So it'll go that way with the earth energy. Show me fire. So there's the groups of people that's showing up here that was in the earth reading. And then something's going to be a surprise going to come up out of a situation for you all in the next 24 hours. That's a card of something being really, really bad and something just surprisingly just come up and it be some type of positive energy for you. And so this is also a card of a bunch of people sitting around. So if there is a jury, because the judge was there real strong today in the general reading and in the earth reading, then this can be, we're weighing the pros and cons, and there's going to be a judgment then to something, on something that is going on. It's emotional for some of you all, because that moon's here. That's also telling you to use your intuition on something. You have a triangle, something green could be attached to something, and something blue. I want to say those two colors together go to an organizational color as well. I can't remember the organization, but there's something with those two colors together that's just coming through that way, or either one of those colors. Square goes to security. Maybe you're feeling boxed in. But there's third parties out here. Show me fire. There are third parties because you got a group of people here involved in some stuff. So money is here. Secret money with the moon being here. And then there's the priest, or somebody you go to church with, or an official person was just in the earth reading as well. All right, let's get into the tarot and see what this is. So if the mob came out in the earth reading, then somebody secretly gave money. It's for danger energy out here. There's a main male, a mature main male, or there's two men involved in something. Or this is the preacher. He's the main male. He's married around something. He's a mature person or something like that is out here, showing in those directions. Queen of Wands wants to jump out, which is your energy. If you're upright, you're positive, you're gonna get up, you're gonna do something spiritual. It could be the preacher's wife, or you're just spiritual. It's just showing spirituality out here. If it's in the negative, they're a ditch. They're the other woman. They're hothead. We had a bunch of anger come out today as well. So the Queen of Wands wants to jump out here. Show me fire, please, for the next 24 hours. So there is fighting because somebody hit somebody off for the mob. And there's danger out here. We fear no evil. Somebody gonna go to jail, because most I said, those of you dealing with earth energy, they're gonna get charged. Jail was all over it. Law was all over it. Somebody's in trouble. There is a final verdict. And if you're standing with the Most High God and you are in your spirituality and the truth, the Most High promises to shield you and I. He says that the wicked get cut out of the earth. So whoever thought they were going to take somebody's life, they just screwed their own life, because there was greed there. You've got dum-dums that don't think twice about nothing. It's all about the money for them, and they go to hell over it, I guess. So the night, somebody could be drinking, driving, or you need to be careful drinking and driving. There is a conflict that also, there is conflict out here. This is a totally different deck, and in that I'm pissed reading, those two cards were there. And then a totally different deck, 3 anger cards came out. And then in another deck, the word displeased, heavy breathing out of anger was there. Somebody was really pissed in that reading. God was saying so, and it's here. Because somebody was an imposter. Somebody got identity theft going on out here around something as well. There's a bunch of people involved in some stuff, or if this is a bar, a bunch of people is out here doing something. There's something dangerous around y'all. It's also wish fulfillment, because somebody's getting defeated in something with your energy, fire signs. 5 of Cups, 5, 5, 5. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Somebody's bitter, crying over spilt milk, something. But this is, somebody's getting a victory. Now let me say something here, because we have the sickle that shows a cutting, and it comes from the hand of God. In the Hebraic language, the zayin is a cutting implement. So God is confirming something's being cut, or obviously somebody's money has also been affected and cut as well. In some nonsense is going on out here with some matter, but something is also going to come up for you all out of something that's been just horrific, that's going to be surprising in some matter, because God's going to do something, because God said in the earth reading, that card came out, said God was going to get the last say of something. So some big shots out here saying, oh, I'm going to one up something because I need you killed because I did something for your money. They're actually out of here and will go to jail, and they may get it executed at the end of something. I don't really know, but something is secretive, emotional around you all. There's movement going on around you all. There's some type of caution and a bunch of people involved in a third-party triangle, and being spiritual and upright is going to be for your benefit. The number 5 is out here 3 times, and so it's very prevalent, maybe 5 o'clock in the evening, tomorrow evening, or I don't know where you're at in the world. I'm Central Standard Time right now on June the 4th. Whatever is going on, somebody's going to get defeated. There's a victory and a defeat, so whatever you're involved in, it's emotional, but God's hand's coming out here, and he's saying, I'm going to get the last say, and he's going to put a judgment on something. Show me fire. So, vomit. Somebody's sick. Okay, well, this has a meaning of a surgery energy, and so something medical then is attached to something, and so be it 5-5. And then we got 3 5s here. The number 5 is very prevalent, or this mature male could be 55 or something like that. I don't know. Seeing something and perceiving something and having the ability to see right through the darkness is also out here in wording. So again, using your intuition. Using your intuition. Because somebody's mentally sick for some people's cases on some nonsense is going on. If you're dealing with somebody who's sick, then you are. That's a clue to something. It could be a pregnancy. Look, the word charged and something about talent is out here attached to something that's going on as well. Okay, well, somebody thieved a bunch of stuff in the earth reading. Then there was perjury. There's the judge again. Incredible. There's the driver. Well, it's right here, and the word bus was in the earth reading, and there's the mob again at the bottom of the deck. It is out here. Anyway, good luck with that. It says, so if somebody is trying to talk to you about something, there is something about you having perception out here. And it says to go from the presence of a foolish man when you perceive, and the word perceive is here. Go from the presence of a foolish man when you perceive not in him the lips of knowledge. So somebody's dealing with the crazy. Because in the I'm pissed reading, the Queen of Swords was in the reverse, and her mouth is just flying everywhere. That's a fool. As soon as you're around somebody like that, God's telling you, see you later. If somebody didn't do that, something's out here, then somebody thinks they can just hit off the mob and kill somebody, or they did do it, or something stupid like that. But God's telling you to use your intuition, because somebody's going to go to jail for some stuff. Somebody will get charged, and somebody's just freaking sick out here on some crap. So when you see that somebody don't have no knowledge to shut their mouth or be upright in the earth or whatever, God says leave. You just leave. I don't care if there's a bunch of people around. See you later. You're underneath me type of energy. You're immature and you're underneath me type of energy. It's time to go. God tells you to. The letter T specifically is coming out. Something that's going to go beyond the normal, such as a miracle or a sign or having a wonder. Okay, it's right here. Something that is horrific because the freaking mob is out here and some idiots out here being some type of I'm gonna one up you crazy. They're sick with vomit on the inside. Something's gonna just come up just like that for some of you all collectively, and it's gonna be all right. And then this, I don't even know why I keep putting this back in here, but I brought a totally different amount of cards in this hotel room today, and this card still is going to find my hand. So I just kept sticking it in the deck. There's nothing on this card. I have not written anything on this card, and it kept jumping out the other day. And I was just like, what in the world? Blank. There's a clean slate whatever's going to take place out here is what I'm getting from this card. Something is going to be like a clean slate. God is literally going to do a cutting around this energy for whoever's upright and whoever's not, and whatever side of some cutting. It's going to give a victory and a defeat, and it's coming by the hand of God, because he said in the earth reading, he said he was going to get the last say. And so whatever this is, it's a miracle, it's a sign, it's a wonder that's going to take place around something going on here. The letter T in the runes represents the truth. It represents hitting the target. It is the Ace of Swords, which is still another cutting implement out here as well. It also has a meaning of a victory, and so there is a victory card that is out here. All right, fire. We know that there's a preacher involved in something, because it comes out on my platform all the time. So if that priest or preacher or spiritual person is out here, I really hope that you turned and you got saved. And I'm talking to the wolves. There's 55 again. So the letter P. The PT is at Perkins Tryon, Oklahoma. Hey guys. Anyway, this is a gambling rune. This is like, there's money out here attached to something that's going on. So somebody's done something around gambling, or taking a gamble or something, or winnings from a gambling is here with this. But it's also a protection and diplomacy. Again, if somebody's trying to come and talk to you, saying they want to kind of make some peace, there is a conversation card out here with a bunch of people. But God's also bringing this wording of the word perceive, and bringing that scripture out, talking about you perceiving if somebody's foolish or not by their lips of knowledge, okay, in their actions. But if somebody opens their mouth and they're perverse and they're sick and they're just full of nasty vomit type of nonsense out here, then you need to get up and go somewhere and get out of the way. The letter P is the star card, and so this is exposure. Something's going to be exposed. Some type of truth is going to be clear. The letter T can go to clarity as well. All right. So fire signs, that's what's come out. So you've got the mob out here on your energy as well. Obviously, all those people trying to get somebody killed, or they did it, or they got up and talked about something in perjury and in the court of law, because the judge came out in wording here as well. And the picture of the judge was in the earth reading. Somebody can go to jail because the word charged came out in both those readings. So you ain't getting away with your crap, you murderer. Whether you tried it or you did it. For anybody to sit there and think, well, I just think I'll snuff you out. You got real bad psychological problems, man. You really, really do. You're nothing but a snake. All right, we're going to look at water energy. That priest wants to hit my hand here. Well, it's here. Are you the preacher? Are you a water sign? Show me water. Thinking somebody is learning some information in the next 24 hours around water energy, either about you or with you, or you're doing it. This is learned. There might be a lot of stuff, maybe even written down on paper, a scroll of some kind, but there is learning some information. A wedding and a marriage is involved in something with your energy in the next 24 hours. Show me water. Marriage and business. Show me water. Anger comes out. Okay, well, it's just really here today in the energy. You deal with people that think that they can just go take a life. Why don't they die? What about your life? All you think that you can go kill somebody and you live? Nah, don't think so. The fish are here. This is about this is independence. There's 4th of July will be coming up soon as well. Something in the next 24 hours could be going on around something for the future of 4th of July, or something in the past, or just something by water is here. It's also a finance card as well. Maybe you just like fishing. But the whip, it's an anger card. Somebody very repetitious in something that they do. Somebody's learning out some information though about something. Money, around overindulging energies. It's an overindulging card. And actually in the fire reading, the 9 of Cups was there, and it looks like somebody in a tavern, and we were talking about somebody being drunk. And so something like that will be out here, then something's out here. We have the green apple, or your Apple phone could be involved in something going on out here. Let me cut this. And so red and green could be holiday colors, or something edible is around something as well. If somebody, if the mob was there, and we're getting edible stuff out here, for some of y'all, you need to watch what you eat and drink in the next 24 hours if you have a rivalry attached to something going on. A mother and a honeymoon, or a baby involvement, or going somewhere. They just want to jump out. So we'll just take those 2 cards. Or something about your mother, because there's a, or you're the mother, or somebody was vomiting in the fire reading, and somebody's vomiting and they're pregnant. If that's why somebody got hit off by the mob, because somebody laid down with somebody's spouse, or somebody married their spouse too, because the I'm pissed reading said that there was a bigamist there, and somebody killed somebody, or tried to, or is still trying to do something with that situation. Then I'll read it that way as well. Let's see. Show me water. A gift, or a gold bar. There is money, because greed came out twice, 2 different types of ways in the earth reading. Anyway, somebody giving a gift. That money was in the fire reading. And then there's the main female. She's here. Well, she's here. So she's either pregnant, or she's the wife to something, or she's the mother attached to this marriage business situation. Somebody pissed and learning the information. And obviously this is just showing somebody's married. There's a honeymoon, or somebody was married and somebody ran off and got married again, and they're a bigamist, like, because the word bigamist was there this morning. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but it was there. And somebody's main female. And so again, the spouse energy is out here. Let's get into the tarot. Show me water energy, please. Some of y'all need to talk to your kids, because in the earth reading it said it was very important. They know something, or they're involved in something going on. Somebody could honeymoon by the water. So a rope will choke you, and so will water. There could be a choking situation out here. If somebody did something on purpose, obviously the mob is intentional killing, right? And so somebody did something, if they got up in the court of law, because in the earth sign it said somebody did perjury. And so if there was a group, because the group energy is really strong for the next 24 hours as well, if this was past energy and something's happened by water, and there was a group involved in something, and there was, obviously there's rivalry, because the mob came out in both those readings, and then a group got up and said in the court of law this or that happened, and it didn't, and it was a lie, then somebody killed somebody that way, and they're going to get charged to go to jail. Okay, I feel like there's energy here around somebody choking in water, or somebody got choked somehow, whether it be water or not, or there's some type of a travel is around something, whether you took a bus or not, because the word bus was also there. But a driver energy came out in the fire reading. I'm just analyzing something here that's coming through. You can also choke by eating something. There's something really big about choking. There's a bunch of money around some stuff. It's inheritance or life insurance or something like that, with a mob being out here since the word greed was there. But people know something out here, because there was perjury. And it has to do with a marriage, I guess. Marriage and a business connection. Show me water. So the truth. Interesting. Really interesting. Because in the fire reading, the letter T came out, and I began to speak about the sword of truth. It's some type of truth is going to break a chain. It's out. This clarity of something, or somebody's going to know something, because somebody's getting charged. Something, I don't care who did perjury, or who's thinking about it, or did it, or whatever. The truth's coming out about it, and somebody's getting charged for something that they've done, because they did something on purpose out here. Show me water. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You deal with somebody don't have no balance. There's the marriage card again as well. So there is really big out here, and specifically the mother or the wife energy is around something. Okay, Two of Pentacles, secret physical exchanging, but this is somebody making a decision out here. Somebody been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's a decision being made in the next 24 hours around you all. Heartbreak that came out in the Earth reading. Look. The Justice in the reverse. That's a maladministration. This is abominable. Because somebody thought they were going to hit somebody off to die for the mob. Or somebody killed their mother. Or something like that's out here around something. Somebody's mother done something in that direction for other people. But there's a bunch of money around something with this matter. And they did it for greed. The truth. Truth is out about somebody being biased. We had the Judge that came out in the Earth reading and the Fire reading, and in the general reading today, the word judge, the Judge was there, and something's wrong. Truth is out here. Somebody's trying to hide the truth. You ain't gonna hide it. Sorry. Eight of Pentacles. So the work. Again, work and marriage card. Work, contractual things, marriage out here. Okay. Work. There is somebody that watches somebody work and a rat goes to thievery. Somebody's a thief on your job. They work for the law or not, or anyway, something legal is going on. This is a loyalty situation that is around water energy. So, there's a caution. Oh my God. Murder. My God, like I said, folks, you and I don't ever have to make nothing up, because there's a pure, true spirit of the living God that will speak. Somebody's hit off for the mob or was. And if I'm talking to somebody, you think you can go out and take somebody's life, your life will be taken. You will reap what you sow. Jehovah Elohim will not be mocked by you or me or nobody else. Whatsoever you sow, that is what you shall reap. You go ahead and take this little whip and do whatever the hell you think you're going to do, because hell is your destination at the end of it. May you go behind the bar and get whipped real hard for whatever you think you are. You're a murderer. So somebody's hand's going to be forced in a matter. This is a co-worker. It is. Somebody's co-worker's and a donkey's ass is what's coming through. A construction worker or worker was one of the runes that came out in that angry, pissed reading. And a movie star or somebody either is known or they're just acting came out. Suffering. There has been suffering because somebody's a downright demon out here. Somebody's a downright demon. And God's got your number. They don't care about nobody but themselves. That's why they need to be dealt with. That's why somebody's hand needs to be in here and force some nonsense down. Actually, the letter, in the Hebrew language, this is the open hand, and it represents the cuff, and it represents to bend somebody to their will. Obviously, the murderer either did that or is trying to do it, or they're caught for doing it, whatever the direction. But this is about really bending somebody then. The K and or the C is also here. We have the King of England, so you could be from there. Okay, I'm talking to people in that high position, and I guess we are. The most I said that somebody found some evidence of something. Okay, that came out yesterday, offline, and the most I was speaking to me about somebody finding some evidence. So that's good. Somebody's going to go to jail for something that's known out here. Oh, blackmail. I didn't see that card. So somebody was blackmailed out here. Their day's coming. Next 24 hours, something's up with this energy, man. Oh, wow. The truth. The letter T. which the letter T was just in the in the fire reading, which represents the sword. It's out here. And something's real big with this, because sword's here as well, and it's going to the law. A judge, somebody can go to court. Secrets, CH, the Q, and the X. It also looks like a backwards Z, and then the T came out. But this is hitting the target and getting a victory and being clear, and somebody does know something. Truth's out. Somebody does know something out here in the next 24 hours and some stuff. This is secrets, and this is somebody dabbles around magic and does some crap like that. Oh, they just think they're magic demon. God's just going to give them everything in the world. Got you killed in the end. You killed yourself, man. The CH, the Q, and the X, the C and the K also came out here. And the letter J and the letter K is here on this card as well. All right, let's move to air. That's incredible, Most High. If there is a movie star involved in something, then there is a movie star involved in something. I never know who I'm reading for or what's coming out. I think there's a lot going on with the King of England and their family as well. I don't really know all of the stuff. I've just seen bits and pieces about stuff. So nobody knows anybody's heart but God Almighty. But God's going to let some things be exposed. And some people doing some secretive, heinous things to think that they can play the role of God and sniff somebody out. What a demonic thing that is, folks. What a demonic thing that is. Okay. Show me air, Most High. What's going on with air? Thank you, Jehovah, for being present on this platform. May you get the praise, glory, and honor. This somebody flies off the handle. There is anger today. If somebody can't get it together, and so anyway, in the water reading, somebody had bouncing issues out there. Okay, so anyway. Somebody's dangerous. So you have a sweetheart, or somebody's sweetheart's a kook, or somebody wants to be somebody's sweetheart and they're kook. I don't know. Or somebody killed over a sweetheart situation, for those in whatever. This is any feminine, though, that is around you. For some of you all, that's your daughter connected to something. Some of you all are that female, whether you're the mother also came out, a wife energy is also here with her, cousin, maybe a female cousin, but you're dealing with somebody who flies off the handle out here with that other card coupled up with it. You have the child card is here, or somebody that you grew up with is involved in something the next 24 hours with you, or somebody is stumbling up on information, or there are students, because the teacher card was in the other reading. So something about a school, because the bus came out as well in the fire reading as well. So all those connections would be here. Or you're dealing with somebody who's fully grown and their brain's like a child. For others of you, there's about 5 different meanings. Somebody has plots. And for some of y'all, this is about murder. And for some of y'all, it's because of a pregnancy. For some of you all, this is like, what are my options and how do I escape? You ain't escaping. Somebody's going to go to jail because the word charged just come out. Sorry. Somebody's going to get charged, go to jail, and they're never getting out for what they've done. The number 11 is out here. The 11th house is Aquarius, or somebody's child is 11 years old, or something could be have been going on for 11 years, or the 11th on the calendar is prevalent to something. And then something green, or your iPhone, or somebody knows. The 11th house is, their motto is I know. Somebody knows something. Maybe they're hearing conversation. Maybe you don't have an iPhone. Maybe somebody knows something about you eating something. Somebody knows apple a day keeps the doctor away, and there was something about medical, but also take you back to a student's card, and given the teacher would come out with the apple as well. So if there's something about school, then there is, because that bus was also there for whatever that is. A dirt road in warding also came out, and I'm just noticing this looks like dirt roads, and that dirt road card came out twice. And in the earth reading, the picture of tools were there, and my hands literally found a card when I was reaching over and asking God to pick through my hands. The word tools came out, and I put them both up in the deal. So somebody did break down on a bus and did something, something with that's connected with the mob. Something with that situations with the mob. I'm also getting an energy, and this is not going to be for everybody. If somebody got pregnant and somebody did something with a child and somebody was jealous of that pregnancy and somebody went after the child to get rid of that child because they hated that child from even coming from something, then somebody's done something out here with a child case that way. I don't know. It's really strong. Anyway, show me air. So a wedding. So we just had the marriage and business, and then we had the other card that jumped out for the honeymoon. So there is something about somebody's marriage, and some sweetheart is here. An automobile. So again, the word bus came out, the word driver came out, the chariot was both there in the earth and the fire reading, and you get a car here. So whatever just in general, there is travel out here, and somebody flying off the handle. There's the official person again wanting to jump out. He was in the earth reading, literally wanted to jump out. And that mature man is at the bottom of the deck as well. Let me cut this deck. That just wanted to jump out though. It was in the earth reading, really strong. So there's all the money and stuff as well. All right. Well, somebody's done something fraudulent through their greed with the money, or the gold bar was also just there as well. And look, if this is something coming up and somebody's mad around a situation and somebody's trying to offer you a bribe on something, that thing will curse you in the end. And it is around a murder. I see somebody stumbling up on some information around a marriage situation, whatever that situation is, and somebody's got plots out here around this matter, and somebody trying to figure out how to escape something. Show me more information, please. Show me air. Ace of Cups is coming out crossing, and there's cheating or lying with a love situation. So either somebody's acting like they're receptive or not, or they're halfway receptive. I mean, there's lying, cheating, thieving out here. There's thieving out here. There's a bunch of money around you, or something about somebody's car theft or something like that. Or somebody's thieved something's trying to figure out how to get away with it, I'm sure. But they're going to get caught. This is a guilty card. Guilty for opening up or not opening up, or a pregnancy or a deception. Somebody could be crying. There's brown eyes. I don't know. Maybe you have blue eyes. I don't know. It could be any eyes. I've just seen a brown eye there. You may know just one person got brown eyes. I don't know your story. Show me air. The devil. Well, this is a murderer. This is the murderer. This is a thief, a predator, a liar. Addictions, some type of idiots out here that don't have it together. And if somebody did get shot in the head, because all that murder and the word murder just came out as well. So he brought the mob out twice, and then the word murder jumped out. And so there's a murderer here, folks. Somebody murdered somebody's kid. My God. I don't even know what to say about that. It's craziness. So if somebody did put a gun to somebody's head, then their head is being blown off here. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be derogatory, but God's trying to warn some people. It's dangerous, because in the water reading, there was a big fat warning of danger there. And again, the word murder was there. So I'll never take away from past, present, or future. Some of y'all are starting this. You're in the middle of it. For others of you, you are wrapping something up. But something's dangerous going on out here for collective energy. It's explosive. This is a paradigm shift. Especially if that's death. If somebody will go to jail for this. There's an eyewitness to something. This is an imposter. Somebody's a liar, or you are, and there's an official person. It's probably a maladministration. I think there's a judge that ain't right or something. or maybe your kid or something. There's the letter P. It's the star card, which came out in the runes and the water reading. And then the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is stalemate stuff. Somebody knows that somebody's sitting as a stalemate, trying to hold somebody back. This is like, I'm going to hold you back. It's also servitude. And somebody's boss is, somebody knows somebody's boss is making them do something, or their kid, something with somebody's kid. Because in the earth reading, God said to talk to your kids. It was important. There's danger around something. Somebody's married out here. Something about a wedding is attached to something. But the Two of Swords also can tell you that somebody's going to pretend like I don't even know what you're talking about. And somebody's a liar. Somebody got hidden intentions. And so the movie star in wording just came out. And so the star card is here. So whatever your connection with the water energy, either there is a movie star involved in something, or somebody is acting, because this is an imposter. The motto is, so the 11th house came out twice with the number 11. So God is confirming some stuff out here. And this is knowledge. I know. The 10th house, their motto is I use. Somebody knows that somebody's using somebody, or did use somebody, and lying, thieving, because they're greedy. Still kill and destroy. Acting like I don't even know what you're talking about. Somebody's blind as a freaking bat, and you need to open your freaking eyes. And this is also the eyeball. If you are dealing, and I'm not trying to, if you are having eye problems, please don't take offense at what I just said that way. But this is the eyeball. Normally you'll see the eyeball here, and somebody's eyes are covered here. So something about somebody's eyes. If somebody got hit in the eye really hard and something's taking place medically with somebody, I don't know. That energy's showing up out here really strong. It's a clue to something. Also get the eyeball here. It's emotional. Somebody also somebody's kid seen something around, something that's taking place with their mother, or they have information about something with their mother, or somebody's going to talk to their kid. It's the mother's going to give information, something like that. Somebody, y'all need to talk to your kids. But the female is out here, and that female was also real heavy in the air, or excuse me, I'm reading for air, in the water reading. Look, you got the eyes covered here, so eyes are really being shown. Like I said, normally the eyeball will be here. Something about eyes huge around you all. You need to open your eyes, or somebody closed a blind eye to something. But there was perjury in the earth reading, and so that's a form of, I'm not going to pretend like I didn't see nothing. Somebody does know something though out here, and somebody has been used. Let me, there's the pentacle. Well, all the money card is out here. Somebody's a thief, a liar, and a cheat, or there's somebody coming around you to give a little gift. And you're going to end up dying in this matter if you take a bribe. Sorry. God says he will cut your spirit completely out of you from your soul. It will be a dividing between your soul and your spirit. Bribery does that, folks. You've been warned. You can do whatever you want. You kill yourself with this cursed nonsense. There's the I'm sorry. Look what jumped out. Couldn't make it up if you want to, because you don't have to. Bribe comes with a curse. You've been warned. Jehovah's warning. You want to die too? Go ahead, take the bribe. You think it's all big and bad. You're only going to get it for about, I don't know, short time, and then you die at the end of it. Increase and promotion, but it's a bribe. Somebody already had some type of situation with you. They're coming back to say, I'm sorry, because they want to use somebody. They know they need to use somebody out here. Or somebody already knows somebody was using, now something destructive's out of it. Somebody does know information out here. Somebody, nothing but a user. And then the word children, I'm just going to take it for the word children. I did also have had another card come out today that said circling around for a renewal and a destruction. That other deck was being used in the general reading, these bigger cards here that I pick from, and it said please, or what did it say? Please forgive me. So same type of energy of I'm sorry. But if somebody, and the word round is here, And if somebody is circling around to say, I'm sorry, because something got cut today, something got exposed. There's something exposed out here. Somebody knows that they've been using something, or there's jail, or they will be charged with something. They got to come around. They've already had some type of a situation with another person. They're going to come back and say, okay, well, I got to get in here. I can't go to jail because I did something here. Then here comes a bribe with a, I'm sorry because you're my official person for a connection. And I think I'm going to get out of something. Here's your increase in promotion for you. But it's for destruction. It's for death. Somebody's little people game is going to end in the next 24 hours because the Most High said in, I think it was the fire reading, that God was going to get the last say. Nobody in this realm will. Somebody's trying to override their power where God says he gives us life. And somebody thinks that they can snuff a life out for just being a murderer. And you will end up dying. God will kill you for being a murderer. Your little people game is over. Pick through my hands, Most High God. Australia is coming out here. You could have a connection to Australia. Look, I can't believe it. God gives me chills. In the in the general reading, the word judge came out. It was this card. In the earth reading, the picture of the judge was there. In the fire reading, in that deck, the word judge came out. Now, here it is again. A judge. Providence, jurisdiction of responsibility of a judge or a lord. And the Lord card in this other little deck was in either the earth or the fire reading. So anyway, God's the judge of the earth. So God's going to get, let's say he said. The word touch, meaning to touch or to strike. Or to bring a plague straight from God Almighty. Somebody's not going to get out of something very karmic that they've done. They've touched a situation that is causing God to get up in his enemy's face. You're out. Your little game's over. All you fools that do crap. There is a reporting coming, and it says, keep far from thee a false matter, and the innocent and the righteous, slay them not. And we know there's murder out here. And that's why the word touch then is out here, which means somebody touched the innocent or somebody righteous that walks in their faith with God Almighty. And God says, don't touch them. Don't slay any of those types of people. It says, for I, Jehovah, will not justify you being wicked. Your little people game is you're going to hell. Somebody's going to hell. Your I'm sorry don't work. Somebody's touched to the degree of God Almighty saying there's a plague coming to you now because you messed with somebody who loves me. Scary business, man. Shut up, sit down now. You're going to jail. You're never getting out, pass and go. You're a devil. Somebody's a devil out there. You're a downright fool. So the letter Z is out here. Well, it is out here. That water sign, the CH, the Q, and the X looks like a backwards Z. And the chariot came out twice in the earth and the fire reading, which is actually the letter Z. And so now you get the letter Z here. Also, in the Hebraic language, the pictograph is the letter H. And the pictograph shows a man with his hands up in the air and seeing a great sight. And somebody's going to see a great sight from God on something's going on out here. This is about a protection and a shield. And Jehovah says, I'm a shield. I'm a sun and a shield. And no good thing will I withhold from those who walk uprightly. And God is shielding somebody and going to punch somebody else out. And so the person who's mad is going to meet anger like they've never seen before, because God Almighty says he's jealous. And the word jealousy takes you to cruelty. And somebody's going to get met the same cruelty that they tried to do on somebody in this realm. People better watch out because something dangerous is going on. You're caught up in some crossfire and some nonsense. You don't want to be around when God says, okay, I'm getting up now. It's because God's ticked. Somebody's crossed the line out here. Could have went to college with somebody out here. Something's been going on for a long time. For some of you all, hazing, the H and the Z make the word haze. Somebody could have hazel eyes, green eyes. But this is about a protection and also a resistance. And for some of y'all, you need to resist something because there's temptation around you. And it's going to come with a bribe and a great big strike from God because you stepped on the wrong side of something out here. Whatever the little thing is that they're trying to do, the game's going to be over. Look underneath that, the word kill. To wound and to kill. To bore a hole with pain. Well, anyway, something wrong. Something real wrong. Air signs, this is what come out. Y'all pray for me, I'll pray for you. And it's about dang time that people get judged for what they do in our beautiful earth. Let me just correct here real quick. Stop throwing your trash on the earth. You hold it until you get to a trash can, then throw it away. God didn't give you this beautiful earth to trash it. That stuff pisses me off. And it just pisses me off. I try my best to pick up trash when I do see it. There's times that I don't always pick it up, especially if I know I'm on grounds where they have people that do that, or I'm in pain somehow. But I try my best to strive to pick up trash that is found on the earth. But if people would quit doing that, then our earth would look beautiful. But that stuff, I rebuke you for doing that crap. People just throwing trash all over the earth. I don't know why that's coming through, but people need to stop doing that. So please stop, because I live in this earth, and if you want to live in a trashy home, go live in a trashy home. But some of us want clean spaces. I just felt led to say something about that. Don't know why, but it just came through, so I'm just going to take my liberty. Anyway, this is what come out. Y'all who are upright, God's fighting for us. I send you love and light.